Hey, I'm Jason. This is All Things WDW. I'm sorry I've been gone, been sick, and so I apologize. Today I'm doing a video. We're actually got two. We've got another one coming as soon as this video is uploaded. And I'm going to show you why we are going to see some massive changes coming to Pop Century Resort. And this is interesting to me because up until a couple of months ago, I saw almost nothing. I saw like one post about Pop Century maybe getting some love. And yet we've seen tons of stuff about Coronado Springs, Caribbean Beach, and the new Disney DVC Riviera. Even though there's not much known about the DVC Riviera, an awful lot of talk and speculation is going into it. Same with Coronado. Before we got some more updated information that we're going to show you in this new video coming next, there was tons of talk. We've actually got a little bit more information on Pop Century, and yet nobody's talking about it. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that the All-Stars are going to stay as a value, and Pop Century and Art of Animation are going to move into their own category. And why we believe that is so, we're going to talk about all that and more when we come back on this episode of So, Disney's making a lot of changes to their resorts at Walt Disney World, trying to keep things fresh and new and working well. We saw the Polynesian got a complete several-year makeover here, not just a couple of years ago, I think it was, and they split the resort. Part of it's a DVC. The newer rooms became DVC, and they are a little bit bigger rooms. And then the original part of the resort that opened as part of the Polynesian Village, excuse me, stayed as a regular resort. But all the rooms got makeover, new colors, fresh paints, new soft and hard furnishings, and everything. So pretty cool. And then, of course, we've got Coronado Springs, Caribbean Beach. We've got the new Disney DVC Riviera, and now Pop Century. And now the reason that I think that we see Pop Century is that it's on the gondola line, and Disney is trying to beef this resort up, give it a nicer look, more upscale look. I believe, and I'll explain more in a minute, why I believe Art of Animation and the Pop Century are going to get a new category. And again, we didn't used to have moderates or values if you go back a ways. In fact, the values didn't exist until the late 90s. Or mid 90s, sorry. So, there's no reason they can't create another one. So, these are massively different rooms. So get ready. This is a complete change. This is not a a little bit of change. So let's check these out. So, okay, first thing I noticed here is that we don't have carpeting anymore. Look, we've got some sort of wood flooring here. I doubt that it's real wood. Probably laminate or something like that. It will hold up better to the traffic. But I like it. I think it gives it a more upscale look. Also gives it kind of this. It's very clean lines. One of the things I noticed was, of course, then the pop of color above the beds. You've got the Mickey on the one side, and then you've got Pluto sleeping with his bones on the other. And I really like that. Excuse me. Now, the other thing that you might not notice is that these are queen beds. Now, again, if you don't know much about Disney, value resorts do not have queen beds. They have full size. You have to always go to a moderate, and that isn't even that old. Several of the moderates first had full size. It wasn't until mid 2000s refresh that the moderate resorts got queen size beds, and then the deluxes have always had queens. Or I don't know if they started. I can't remember. I don't think they started out that way back. But I really give this. It has very much of a retro modern feel. And the other thing I noticed is that instead of the small flat screen that just set up on top of the mini fridge, now you've got a big flat screen, 50-inch, 55-inch, mounted to the wall. So it gives the whole room a much cleaner look. And it's since that's up and on the wall, now the space where that TV was sitting now is open, so you have more storage. The only thing I really didn't like is probably having the table under the Murphy bed. because then you don't have, if you need to work or something like that, and then you put down the Murphy bed, you've got to move everything out of the way. But not a big inconvenience, but still. The only other thing that I noticed that I probably didn't like was the white walls, or off-white. I would have, now see, the bathroom has got kind of that blue accent. I would have loved to see something in these rooms, a pop of color, splash of color on one wall. And I think they're trying to really show off the artwork above the beds. You've got Pluto and Mickey, but maybe around the bathroom, they're going into the bathroom, that could have been like an accent wall or something. That's how I would have done it anyway. The other thing you might not notice is if you look at this picture here, going into the bathroom, you don't see a curtain. That's because you've got a barn door now, which up until recently we didn't. Only Coronado Springs had that, and which is a modern, and then Caribbean Beach got it in the last update a couple of years back, but none of the values ever had anything like that. And so to have that barn door instead of the curtain makes a big deal. So upgrades, we've got a Murphy bed, so if you don't need the bed, husbands, hopefully you're behaving on your honeymoon. If you're staying here on your honeymoon and wife isn't kicking you over to the other bed, if you don't have a need for that other bed, or if you're single, staying, whatever, and you don't need that other bed, it can stay up out of the way. It gives you more floor space. You've got queen beds, so that's an upgrade. We've got the barn door instead of the shower curtain, basically, over the door to the vanity and bathroom area, which is nice. You've got a big screen, more storage space, and a coffee maker now. So all of these are upgrades, and this is just a big thing. So I mean, I really like these. I think this is neat. I think it gives it a nice clean look, and like I said, a very retro modern feel. Let me know what you think in the comments below, though. Oh, why do I think that this is not going to be a value resort? Well, now if you know anything about Disney pricing, you know the value resorts, even between the four of them. Well, Art of Animation has always been a higher price because it's suites, one-bedroom suites, so it's always in that higher price tier. And it's always, I called it a value plus for a few years now. But Pop Century is always just a little bit higher, typically, almost always. I've seen a few times where it's real close. But typically it's a little bit more nightly than it is at the All-Stars. And even when the three All-Stars, the movies always seems to be just a little bit higher. But what I believe, and I'm going to end with this, is I do believe that we are going to see, because one, you've got the gondola transportation coming in. Disney bases pricing on their resorts and partially based on the transportation option. Anyway, that's how Disney does it. So here's the thing, and I just wanted to explain that for people watching this video that don't understand why is the Polynesian so much more expensive than if I want to go stay, at Animal Kingdom or something, but they're both considered deluxe hotels. What's the thing? That's why. Because Animal Kingdom, you're only bus transportation to all four theme parks. And in fact, the only resorts that offer anything different are, as of right now anyway, until the gondola comes in, are just the Boardwalk resorts, the Swan and Dolphin, which aren't technically owned by Disney, and then the Boardwalk and the Beach and Yacht Club, and then the monorail resorts at the Magic Kingdom. And I'm sorry, I'm leaving off Wilderness Lodge. I don't know why I'm doing that, but Wilderness Lodge does offer boat transportation over to the Magic Kingdom. So that also gives it, a price tag. So when the gondola comes in and you're adding in queen beds, brand new flooring, big screen TV, and all this complete makeover of a room, not just a refreshment or a retheming. This is a complete, makeover. We are going to see that this resort, in Art of Animation, I believe, especially with the gondola line coming in, Disney knows we're going to be able to get more for this resort. And then if we give it this nice makeover, and we'll call it a value plus, or maybe whatever they'll call it, and Disney will do their marketing magic that they do, and you're going to think, wow, this is a nicer resort. So, but you're still at a lower price tag than Port Orleans, Caribbean Beach, Coronado Springs, and then of course your deluxe resort. So it'll give you a kind of an in-between there. So, well, anyway, I'm done for this video. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that thumbs up. What do you think? I'd love to know in the comments below. And do you agree with me on that we're going to see an up in price about probably $20-$25 a night? And that this and Art of Animation will become a different category. And if not, tell me what you think is going to happen. I'd love to know. I'd love to read all the comments that you guys leave. So thank you very much. And we've got a lot more videos coming. Now that I'm not sick, I can upload some more videos. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Take care and have a magical day. Bye-bye.